Hello, my name is Margaret Adele, and I desperately need your help. Specifically, I need help researching a niche internet topic. I've been watching video essays for a while about these niche internet communities, and a lot of these video essayists talk about the need for writing down or marking the history of these spaces because the internet has a giant fatal flaw, and that is it is so easy for media to become lost. Posts get deleted, videos get privated, domains are no longer paid for, and the entire websites can go defunct, Flash player went kaput, and so on and so forth. Things are constantly just randomly shutting down with very little warning around the web, and it is so easy for something that was such a big part of your life to just go in a second. So I would like to use my history degree and my museum studies degree, neither of which I am currently using because museums don't pay jack, to research the topic that is closest to my mind currently, and that is the creation and evolution of readathons on BookTube, or really readathons in the general bookish space. Where did they start on the internet? How did they get where they are now? And I've gotten somewhat of an idea. I have started assembling a timeline of what came first. But again, so much of this is lost, and I am stumbling so many times trying to find things. I can gather currently that readathons pre-internet existed as a school fundraiser, first and foremost. Australia has like a giant one, and then in the internet age, they moved primarily to blogs, as far as I can tell. And then after booktubers participated in these blog readathons, they then began to create their own readathons for BookTube. And I think maybe BookTalk is picking it up. Not as much from what I've seen, but again, I might be wrong. So if you know, yeah, Margaret, BookTalk has picked up the readathon baton and they're running with it, send me that info as well. But now that we're on that, exactly how do I want people to send me this info? In the description below should be a Google form. I have developed that to start giving me a generalized idea of things, and it will ask you questions like, when was the first readathon you ever participated in? What was it like? Asking for some info. How long was it? Those kinds of questions. Maybe what platform you participated on it on, like where were you posting about it? And in general, that will be my first go-to for information. But if you really don't feel like you can give me all the info that you find pertinent in that space, you can email me. I will have my email down in the description below, especially if you know of something that is important. For example, one of the big things that I am struggling to find is there's no record of the original announcement videos for BookTubeathon, the first readathon that was made just for BookTube. Like, I'm missing that kind of thing. We will be talking about sort of the downfall of BookTubeathon, or Reading Rush as it then became to be known. We will be talking about maybe some of the struggles with readathons and burnout. But if you know of things that you would like to inform me of, you can either use the Google form, or if there's not enough space on there for you, you can email me directly, say, hey, Margaret, here's this. I think this thing is very pertinent. It is very important to note here, I am not looking for extra info about every readathon that's ever existed. There have been, at this point, probably hundreds, and I'm never going to be able to talk about all of them in depth. If you know of a readathon that seems very pertinent, very notable in it being the first of a thing, for example, if you know the first readathon that went a whole month, or the first readathon made to uplift a specific demographic of marginalized people, like those kind of big, this readathon's creation shifted the narrative in a major way. That I would like to know about, but I do not need to know about the 20 iterations of a readathon that just continued the trend. I'm looking for trend shifts. But that also begs the question of, how long is this going to take? When is the final video coming out? The answers to both of those questions are, I don't know, and I don't know. Because, again, I am working with a form of media that is very easily lost, and if someone didn't catch a screenshot, then it's gone, or there could be someone with screenshots that I don't even know. There could be people that have a lot of information on a certain topic within this context that don't even come online in these bookish spaces anymore, and so they've got all this wealth of knowledge that's just sitting in their brains and we won't know about it. So I'm kind of going to leave this open-ended for a while, just to give plenty of time for people to help give me information or for me to look up more information. Again, I'm especially looking for bloggers. I'm trying to find the earliest record of a readathon online. Right now, I have it as 2007 with the 24-hour Dewey readathon. But if you know of one earlier, again, send me that info. And also, moving forward, do you know about the readathon space on Book Talk? I don't spend a lot of time on there, so it's very possible that it's on there and I just have not seen it. I've seen a couple vague references to a 24-hour readathon, but if you know anything about that, again, give me that information. And then once I feel like I have enough information that I can make a full script and video that will feel like as close to a complete story as we're going to get, that is when it will get out. I would not be surprised if it was well into like summer by the time I actually got this all together, purely because I am never going to get to a complete picture. That's not how researching history works. There's always going to be gaps and things that we will never know. And it is possible that I'll do all this work and all this research and I'll put out this video and someone will be like, well, actually, this thing. And I'm trying to prevent comments like those as much as possible. But it could be a while. I don't know how long the final video is going to be. It depends on how much information I can find and how complete a picture I can give. I don't see it being longer than an hour at most, mostly because I'm going to already have to film this in tiny chunks anyway. But you never know. This could balloon into something big, or it could be all of this work for a half-hour video no one cares about. I don't know. I'm just really energized about getting to research something that's so interesting to me and getting to go back and watch some of these OG BookTube videos. You know, the Katie Tastic, Toshopoulos, like Poland Banana Books. Like, I wasn't even there during that era, but it's like already giving me like a weird sense of nostalgia for some reason. Regardless, thank you so much in advance. If you do have any information to give me, I would love it. If you're like, Margaret, I know nothing about any of these readathons, but this low-key sounds cool, stick around. I would definitely advise anyone who wants to give me information to follow me on Twitter, because I will probably be like asking, hey, does anyone have references to this specific thing? I can't find it. Or obviously subscribe if you would like to. And here's hoping that I can actually get this video put together and out in a decent semblance of time, and we will have preserved a story of our little online community. And with nothing else to say, I hope you have a wonderful day and a marvelous tomorrow.